Alrighty, this is going to be a video series where I'm going to go see a movie, immediately come back from said movie, and then review or at least talk about the experience of seeing said movie at a very high level. So this first video, I went and saw the movie Talk to Me, which is a new horror movie from A24. I would say it's more of like a scary thriller, but the whole experience, the trailers were all right. Freaking new Scorsese movie was there, but overall, nothing special really. Nothing I'm really coming out of there super interested in other than that movie. But all right, let's get into it. So this movie is about, big picture, a antique hand that somehow found its way into the hands of high schoolers, that when you shake hands with it and say, "Talk to me," you all of a sudden get the fucking apparition of some crazy, spirit from beyond in front of you. And then apparently the thing to do is to say that you'll let them in, and then they take over your body, and as long as you stop letting them take over your body before 90 seconds, then no harm, no foul, and it's some fun experience. People got their phones out, they're taping you, all that kind of stuff. Disregarding the fact that I would never be caught freaking dead, letting whatever I'm talking to through a stone hand of a dead medium come into my body. It was a pretty interesting plot point. I think it definitely made for some interesting twists later on in the movie and opened the door for some interesting plot devices. But overall, the movie is basically your sort of typical story where, everything's fun until it's not. But the twist that it takes is pretty jarring. And I think that it does come pretty unexpected, so that was kind of fun. It kind of turns into a thriller as you're trying to figure out what's actually going on, and are there sort of other reliable characters, or are certain characters unreliable? And then the story unfolds of the backstory of certain other characters and things like that. I'm being very vague to avoid spoilers, but overall, I think if I were going to rate this movie, I think I had a pretty good time. I don't know if it is something that absolutely has to be seen in theaters, but I enjoyed seeing it in theaters. And I thought it was definitely a pretty thrilling, spooky movie in a way. So if I'm plugging this one into I'm gonna have two different ways to rate these movies. One will be the, how you should watch it, and the other would be the actual rating of the movie, maybe out of 5 stars or something like that. Since this is the first video, I think I'm going to take liberties with doing whatever I want. I will say, if I had a scale that said, don't see this movie at all, see this movie at home on streaming, or, for free on TV or something, and go see this movie in theaters, I think if you're somebody that enjoys scary movies that are more of like a thriller, you should definitely go see this in theaters. It's also an A24 movie, so if you're into that sort of thing, that's also there. That's sort of what you can expect sort of thing. If you are not into that, but you're interested in the plot, or maybe you just need another movie to watch someday, I think that if you're not a scary movie person or what have you, that this is definitely something you should still try to watch, whether that be on the couch or whatever. I think that it's definitely something you're going to want to see, though. If I plug this into what I think out of 5, I think I would actually give this movie a 4 out of 5. I think, to get a 5 out of 5, it would have to be something that I'm going to be talking about for the next year or whatever. But I think this movie definitely was well worth its time. It was worth seeing it in theaters, and I really enjoyed it, and it did keep me on the edge of my seat. And the ending, I didn't hate it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it wrapped things up pretty well, and it sort of made sense. So that's what I'll say. I'll say see it in theaters if you like scary movies. see it at home if you don't care that much about them. And we'll give it a 4 out of 5. And maybe in the future I'll have some sort of Top Gear style ranking of movies within a certain time period, but we're not there yet. So that's the end of the review. Hopefully this has been enough time to upload to YouTube, but that's it.